Kembo na tatanzambi ya manzulu kifumu kia kuyisa. Greetings bena Kongo bena nzambe beluka bana bilaka. Welcome to another live broadcast. I'm Nabi Kefas. Make sure to like and subscribe if you a first time viewer. And those who have seen me before and you're not yet subscribed, make sure to subscribe, turn on the notification, etc., etc. So in this video, we're going to talk about the mystery of the legendary river called the Sambatyon, yes, and its relationship with Kongo. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up and share. Invite some people to join us right now. I think it's going to be an interesting live broadcast as we will dive into this mystery to rediscover, right? To unveil the truth so that we may know who we are and where the lost children of Israel, Yiseka'yah, are to be found. Okay, this legendary river called the Sambatyon is the connection. You know, it's the it's a connection that reveals the whereabouts or the locality of the lost tribes of Israel, Yiseka'yah. Through history, you know, theologians and rabbis, etc., they have said that the 10 tribes are lost. But I believe that the 10 tribes were never lost. Because when you look into the Bible, when you look into the book of James, chapter 1, verse 1, he's writing to the lost tribes of Israel. So how can they be writing to the lost tribes of Israel if they are, vanished? Lost does not mean that they are vanished from the earth, that no one knows their whereabouts. That's not the interpretation of being lost. Let's go there, actually, as I mentioned it. Let's go there. We go to the book of James, right? Book of James, chapter 1. Let me share my screen. Okay. The book of James, chapter 1. It says, James, a servant of Elimo and of Kush, Kongo, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Okay, so he's writing to the tribes of Yiseka'yah, knowing fully well where they are, informed about their location or whereabouts. And this word scattered over there, it's the Greek word diaspora, which is always used in the Bible to refer to the tribes of Israel who are scattered amongst the other nations. Yes, and of course we can reveal it because when we open up the Strong's Concordance and when we look up the word diaspora or scattered, see, we get the word diaspora. So it deals with the 12 tribes of Yiseka'yah scattered in all the nations. Okay, so the Greek word diaspora, look at that, a scattering, dispersion of Israelites, not Jewish, Israelites dispersed amongst foreign nations. The Bantu people are the most dispersed people on the planet. We are the most scattered people on the planet. Okay, so it deals with the Israelites, but they have to put in some errors statements dealing with Christians scattered abroad among the Gentiles. When we're talking about the diaspora, right? When you're talking about diaspora, people who are scattered away from their own countries, okay? You are uprooted from your country. That's what it means to be a diasporian. You have been uprooted. Now, how can a Christian be uprooted from the own country. There is no country called Christian. You understand? But we, the Bantu people, coming from Africa, being children of Congo, yes, Bana Congo, Bana Africa, we have been scattered. We have been scattered. So this word diaspora refers to the Israelites who are the Bantu people. Yes, Bana Bantu. Okay. Now, we are dealing with what? The mystery of Sambatyon and the Congo. Okay. This legendary river called the Sambatyon, where is it located? Where is the place of this river? Because if we can identify the river, we will also find what? The tribes, the so-called lost tribes. Huh? Okay, I'm excited. I am excited. Are you? Are you excited to, unravel this mystery? So, Mbote, Bana Congo, Bana Bilaka, Beluka, Bana Zulu. Welcome to another live broadcast. Make sure to like, subscribe if you're not, and share this video. Invite some people to join us right now. Okay, Kembu. And of course, welcome into this new year, right? Even though it's a Gregorian Kadian Pemba New Year, it's still a new season. So, let's go into it. So to start, let me reshare my screen. To start, we will look into this. What am I doing? Okay, there we go. Now to start, let's look into this book. Okay, let's look into this book. The Atlas Geographus for Africa, ancient and modern, etc. Volume 4. Now let's read this portion. We will not, we will not read everything, but we will start here. So remember, we're talking about Africa, right? You can see Negro land mentioned right here, Negro land in Guinea. Okay, but we will read this portion. Judaism was the religion of the ancient Africans for a long time. Yes. So Judaism was the religion of the ancient Africans for a long time. All right. Okay, now let's go down. Let's go down because we are on a mission. So we see the table of Ethiopia. Okay. The table of Ethiopia. We have Upper Ethiopia and Lower Ethiopia. And when we are talking of Ethiopia, keep in mind that we are not addressing the present day country called Ethiopia, but we are talking about Kongo Katiopa, Central Africa, and Africa as a whole was also known in ancient days, very long ago, as Katiopa. So whole Africa was in one time called Katiopa. And therefore, in this book, they talk about the Upper Ethiopia and the Lower Ethiopia. Okay? So Ethiopia, Africa, Congo, Katiopa was divided in two sections, upper and lower, just like Egypt, Kama was divided, right? Just like Isolele was divided, right? Upper and lower. The southern kingdom, the northern kingdom. It was with Africa. Africa was the upper kingdom, lower kingdom. Kama was upper and lower. Isolele was upper and lower. Do you see? Coincidence, all of this, right? All a coincidence. History is a soup. you know, and it is for us to figure everything out because the Kanyapemba, the European made a soup of history, and it has become a difficult task for us today to figure out what is truth. eh? It's a difficult task, but the Most High is with us. We will make it true, and the Most High will reveal the lies so that we can walk upon the paths of truth. Okay, so um, okay, now then we have it, of course, in Ethiopia, Katiopa. We have also Congo. Congo, of course, in lower Ethiopia, as we are going to central into the southern part of Africa, Akubalan. So we have Congo over there, here, as you can see it. Okay, so this is the table of Ethiopia, Katiopa, not the present Ethiopia, but Congo Katiopa, Africa as a whole. So you can see on this map, we also see Ethiopia in Central Africa. Okay, not referring to Abyssinia, which changed its name in 1931 by the decree of Haile Selassie. What we are talking about, Congo Katiopa. Now, remember, we read that Judaism was the religion of the Africans long before the Christians came, long before the Mohammedans came. Okay, long before that, according to this book, Judaism was the religion of the Africans. And Negro land was also called the land of the Jews. And let me just go up for a moment. And when we look at this map, we see the Nile River as it flows. Okay, it enters here from the south and from the west coast, which is the Congo River. They merge in Central Africa, on the foothills of the Mountain of the Moon, and then they rise and go up into the delta and empty themselves in the Mediterranean Sea. It was the original flow of the Nile, as you can see. So the Nile River fills the whole of from goes actually from south to north or from north to south. The map has been turned upside down. So it's like a vein. It's like Africa's vein. And when we zoom into this map, I can't zoom any further. But if you look carefully, you will see here in the center of Africa. Yes, we have Benin Regnum over here at the left. Benin Regnum, which means the kingdom of Benin. And here at the center of Africa, center of Congo Katiopa, we see here Mani Congo, which means the kingdom of Congo. Iuderum Terra, translated from Latin to English, the land of the Jews, in the heart of Africa. So when we go to our text, and they are talking about the Congo River, which, now, let me correct that. They're talking about the Nile River and how it flows, okay, in this book. So when we start here at 6, Zebe or Zebi, Dapper says it comes out of Enaya and compasses the kingdom of Zendero in form of a peninsula, runs southward and then falls into the ocean near Mobaka. Lacroix says it rises in the territory of Boksa in the kingdom of Nareya and runs first west and then north. Besides these, the Jews pretend there is another river here called Sambatyon, or the river of Sabbath, because it stops on the Sabbath day, but on the weekdays being brings down a great deal of sand and stones with it. Okay, so they say that the Jews, now remember, this book has stated that the original religion of the African was Judaism, right? Of the Negroes. Now it says that the Jews pretend there is another river here called Sambatyon. And this river is near Mobaka. Now, Mobaka is also found in Congo, and near Mobaka, we have a great river. Okay, there's a great river near Mobaka. As you can see here, Mobaka. Yes, Mobaka in the Republic of Congo. And the great river that we find there is the Congo River. Can you see? The Congo River. Okay? The Congo River. Now, this is the river that is connected with the sea at the west. Here. Okay? Here's the mouth of the Congo River in Soyo. That's the mouth of the Congo River. It's connected with the sea, as written here. Okay, and that river is called Sambatyon, or the river of Sabbath. Okay, now we will enter and we will elaborate on this a bit more. Okay, and this river called Sambatyon is a legendary river according to the Jewish traditions, right? But we, the Bana Congo, we are also familiar with this river because Sambatyon is a Congo word. Sambatyon is a Bantu word. Okay? Yes, we will elaborate on this more and you will see the truth. Okay, now let's see, because I have a lot. Where shall we start? Where shall we start? Where shall we start? Now let's start with the Congo tradition. Okay. Now this is the tradition from the Luba. Okay, the Luba. The Luba, they have a proverb, and that proverb says that the Luba is a large migratory bird. Okay, that's the proverb. So in that proverb, the Luba is also referred to as Samba Samba. Yes, and Samba Samba is a Luba concept for movements, migrations, dispersions, the diasporas. Hallelujah. You see this? So Samba Samba in Luba tradition is a concept of movements, migrations, dispersions, and diaspora. So Samba Samba refers, to a people, a group of people who are what? Dispersed. Therefore, the Luba is considered a large migratory bird. You understand? So, my goodness. So the word Samba Samba, yes, which involves to become Samba Samba, is a jewel of the mythical song of the Luba tradition, the decrees of the Bakole. It was part of the initiates who do not speak the ordinary language, because those who were initiated spoke the language of the initiates. Yeah, it's like a complete different language, a secret language, shall we say. Okay. Let's see. For the Bakule, the Sambatyon is Samba Samba, while for ordinary mortals it is Lualaba at the source, Nzadi at the mouth, which is, of course, the Congo River, and for Stanley it is the Congo. You see? So the Samba Samba is Nzadi, or in layman term, the Congo River. Ingeta. Yes, now, according to the Talmudic terminology, the Sambatyon is the river of Jewish mythology flowing every day of the week except for the Sabbath day. Okay? And this name, Samba, this name Samba can be equated with Samba and Sion, where Samba will be corruption of Sabbath, and that is to say the number 7. Also in Lingala, Sambo, which is also 7, and Tion would mean black. So Sambatyon is the river of the dark continent. That is to say, the river of Congo. Ingeta. The river of Congo. Now, when we go back, okay, to the Greek word diaspora, we can see that the Greek word diaspora deals with a scattered people or dispersion. It is used of Israelites scattered or dispersed among foreign nations. So when we go back to the scripture, okay, and we read James, and James writes, a servant of Elimu and of Kush Kongo, Kolo Yesu, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, Mbote, greetings. Yes, 12 tribes scattered abroad, diaspora. So Samba Samba, as we have seen, deals with the people, the Bantu, yes, dispersed, scattered. Yes, it dealt with the diasporians. So the Samba Samba in Bantu Luba concept deals with migration. See? So the legendary river called Sambatyon is in the mind of the Congo, Samba Samba, dealing with migration, movements from one place to another. It deals with the diaspora. It deals with dispersion. Ingeta, now that we have put some foundation to show you that when we're dealing with Sambatyon, we are looking into Africa from our African perspective. Yes, Samba Samba is the black river, is the river of the dark continent. That is to say, the Congo River. And we have seen that the Congo River connects with the Nile River. So when you read the book of Zephaniah, from beyond the rivers of Kush, yes, the rivers of Kush, my dispersed ones. Now let's go to that verse actually. Let's take it from the Septuagint. Yes, from the Septuagint, uh, ads. Okay, 3. Now look at this. Okay, pay attention. We are in class today. Okay, Zephaniah 3, verse 10. Right here. From the boundaries, okay, from the boundaries of the river of Kush. Kush is Africa. Kush is Ethiopia. Yes, Ethiopia is Kongo Katiopa. From the boundaries of the rivers of Kush, it's not saying river, but plural. Rivers of Kush will I receive my dispersed. Now, dispersed is also diaspora, right? Scattered ones. And according to the Luba concept of being dispersed and scattered, we will say, from the boundaries of the rivers of Kush, I will receive my dispersed one, or Samba, those who are dispersed. Yes? From the rivers of Samba, I will receive my dispersed one. They shall offer sacrifices to me. Now, when we identify this legendary river, yes, being Kongo Katiopa, we see that most of the slaves, when the European came, when Diego Cao came, where did he land? Where did he land? In Congo, right? Kingdom of Congo. That's where he landed. The first slave ship that went to Virginia to the United States of America, yes, came from Congo, 1619. The majority of slaves were taken from Congo, the Kingdom of Congo, which is a large area, which includes Benin, Gabon, Angola, Congo, Namibia, Mozambique, southern parts of Africa. Okay. Now, okay, we had that. Now, there is a book, Eldad Adani. In the 9th century, a Jew called Eldad Adani, who was a Negro, or Eldad the Danite, claimed to have found the lost 10 tribes of Israel, Yisolele. The region, what he described as the habitation of the 10 tribes, is Africa. Hadani was a Jewish traveler and philologist. He visited Mesopotamia, nowadays so-called Middle East, Egypt, other parts of Africa, and Spain. He caused great stir and controversy about the whereabouts of the so-called lost tribes of Israel, Isolele, because they're not lost. It is said that the speculation concerning the locality of the 10 tribes was changed into a certain fact by the encounter of this Judean traveler. However, his veracity was challenged largely because the ritual prescriptions he described divert from those of the Talmud, the Babylonian Talmud, the rabbinical compendium of law, lore, and commentary. According to the narrative, he spoke only Hebrew, pure Hebrew, and employed unknown Hebrew words in the ritual rules which he brought with him from the lost 10 tribes. Interesting. Very, very interesting. These rules mostly concerned the ceremonies of slaughtering animals and the examination of the state of health. Here were different from those found in the Talmud. He introduced the rituals in the name of Joshua, the son of Nun, the servant of Moses, in one text of Eldad's diary, in the name of the judge Othniel, the son of Kenaz, the son of Judah. He claims of having locating the 10 so-called lost tribes of Israel, uh, gained great popularity and became widely spread, reaching Spain, Italy, Germany, Tunis, Morocco, and other regions. And it is said that it became the Arabian Nights of the Judeans. Hadani claimed to be a descendant of Dan, the son of Jacob, who together with the tribes of Naphtali, Asher, and Gad were said to have established a kingdom in Kush, called Ethiopia in Greek. Here is the explanation about how these tribes arrived in Kush, as recorded in the Lost 10 Tribes, Zelda's Hadani. When Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, became king over the Ephraimites, he sinned and made Israel to sin by making 12 two golden calves. Then the kingdom of the house of David divided, and Jeroboam gathered together the 10 tribes and told them, rise up and make war against Rehoboam, son of Solomon. And Jerusalem, however, answered, why should we fight against our brethren and against the son of our master David, the king of Israel and Judah? The elders of Israel said, there are no valiant warriors in all, yes, in all the tribes of Israel than in the tribe of Dan. Therefore, Jeroboam ordered the children of Dan to make war against Judah. They, however, said, by the life of our master's son, we will not fight against our brethren and shed their blood for nothing. Then they took counsel to fall upon Edom, I think it's Amalek and Ammon. And when they heard that it was written in the law that God had forbidden Israel to possess the territory, finally God gave them courage and advice to go up the river Pishon, which is the Nile, to continue their wandering on camels as they came from northeast Africa, and to encamp until they reached the land of Kush, Ethiopia, which they found fertile, with numerous vineyards and gardens. The Danites settled here, made a covenant with the children of Kush, African tribes, that they should pay tribute to Israel. Thus the Danites dwelt there for many years, multiplying and increasing greatly. They were then followed by 3 other tribes, namely Naphtali, Gad, and Asher, who crossed the desert and encamped until they came to the territory of the Danites. And these 4 tribes and those who dwelt in the ancient Havilah, where there is gold. Havilah is Africa. Havilah is also connected with Zimbabwe, where there is gold, trusted in the Lord, Kongo, who helped them. This Havilah is the land of Kush, and a son of Kush named in his genealogy. Concerning the fall of the kingdom of Israel and the dispersion of the tribes, we know historically that they were taken into captivity. Okay, it's a long story. But let's continue. In 930 BC, the 10 tribes formed the independent kingdom of the Ephraimites called Israel, also known as the Northern Kingdom. And the tribes of Judah and Benjamin, and among them the Levites, kept the southern kingdom of Judah. The division of the unified state of Israel and Judah was a consequence of the sins of Solomon, Salama Ibantu Kibo, the unwise dealings of his son Rehoboam, who succeeded him. Through the capture of the kingdom of Ephraim, say the northern kingdom, by the Assyrian king Salmanaser the fifth in 721 BC, the 10 tribes were taken into captivity and dispersed. Okay, now I will stop here for a moment because the story is very long. So they came from northeast, according to the story of this Eldad Hadani. He found the 12 tribes where beyond the rivers of Kush. Okay, beyond the rivers of Kush. That river, of course, is Samba, the legendary Sambatyon, right? The legendary Sambatyon. Now, when we go into this, okay, and the exile of the 12 tribes, we are told following now. This is from the Senhedrin 94a, yeah, section 15. The Gemara asks, to where did Sennacherib exile the 10 tribes? Mazuta says he exiled them to Africa. Now, Africa, of course, is none other than what? Africa, right? He exiled them to Africa. So according to the Sanhedrin here, the 10 tribes, yes, the tribes, the kingdom of the Ephraimites, the 10 tribes were exiled to Africa. And now they were exiled, yes. But when we say when they state they were exiled to Africa, we must ask ourselves, weren't they always in Africa, right? So how are they being exiled to Africa? I believe they were exiled from one place, from the place that they were gathered, or where they have the kingdom or establishment, to different places in Africa. Because even Israel, the state so-called Israel, let's say the Middle East, the so-called Middle East, is still Africa. It's still part of the African continent. It shares the same tectonic plates. Yeah? So it's referred to as Northeast Africa. So we can say actually that those exiled tribes just moved to other areas of Africa. Yes, thus it gives more understanding to the concept of samba, which refers to a movement, migration, right, dispersion. So the movement of the people from one place to another place, and that's the story of the Bantu, a story of everlasting migration from one place to another place, always moving around. That's the Bantu history. The letter to the 10 lost tribes of Israel. Now, it's a letter sent by the Ashkenazi. Let us read. A letter sent by the elders and rabbis of the Ashkenazi community in the land of Israel to the Bnei Moshe, to the children of Moses. Okay. Now let me drop the link for anyone who wants to join into this conversation broadcast. Yes, if you're interested to join in, you are allowed to do so. Of course, as always, remain respectful and come with common sense. Don't come with nonsense, right? Come in respectfully and have something to say. If you don't have anything to say, just sit and listen. All right. So this is a letter sent by the elders and rabbis of the Ashkenazi community in the land of Israel to the Bnei Moshe. So the Ashkenazi community is writing to the children of Moses. Yes, and the 10 tribes, written and presented by the great sage, knowledgeable in the hidden and revealed. hidden and revealed, that's a mystical language. When people talk like that, it's a mystical language. And the great lights, our teachers. So who are the teachers? Who are the Ashkenazi rabbis? Yes, the rabbi community of the Ashkenazi. Who are they calling their teachers? They say our teacher. Yes, our teacher. Who are they referring to as their teachers? Yes, we will find out. Israel, out of the book Taklin Hatin, the appointed head and leader of the Ashkenazi community known as Midrash Purushim in the city of Tzafat, may it speedily be rebuilt in our days. Amen. In Geta, thus send the dwellers of the land of Israel who abide by the Torah of Moses, which is a gift and inherited portion to our brothers, the children of Israel, Bana Isolele, the sons of Isaac, the sons of Abraham, who revealed the belief in Hashem. They are our holy and pure brothers. Our holy and pure brothers, the righteous upon whom the world rests. Okay? So the world rests upon our shoulders. The shoulders of who? The shoulder of the Bantu people. The world rests upon our shoulders. We, the Bantu people, the black people, we are the only ones who can rule this world in righteousness and peace. We are the only one. Only the way of Nzamba Mpungutulendo will bring peace in this world. Only when we rule. We have proven this already, right? In history. When Africa was in power, there was peace. There was righteousness. We just have to look into Egypt. Yeah? Look what we did in Egypt. There was prosperity. Right? Nations came to be fed. All over the world, all nations came. How many have died in the name of Jesus, of the white Christ? How many have died in the name of Muhammad? Millions upon millions have died in the name of a foreign God or prophet. They came in the name of white Jesus. They killed our ancestors, slaughtered, and they forced us into slavery. They came in the name of Muhammad. They did the same thing, castrating the males, raping all females, taking them as, sex slaves and toys. So those religions can never be our solution or our salvation. Never. We must return to Nzamba Mpungutulendo, to the ancient paths. Nzelaya Bonkulu. Yes. Nzila Kongo. So the righteous upon whom the world rests, the Bene Moshe, the servant of Hashem, who dwell across, look at this, pay attention now, who dwell across what? The river Sambatyon, also known as Sambatyon, and who pledge alliance to the king of Israel, who sits upon a mighty throne and rules over the 10 tribes, whose settlement is in the land beyond the rivers of Kush. Oh, that's amazing. Who camp according to their banners, the tribe of Dan, of Naphtali, of Gad, Asher, etc. So, the location of this legendary river called Sambatyon is Congo. The location of this legendary river is Congo. Samba Samba in the Congo Luba concept deals with migration, movements, dispersion. It is the river Congo. It is the river Congo. Yes? Which merged with the Nile. You see that? So from beyond the rivers of Kush, I will gather my dispersed one, even the daughter. Let's go there. Yes, from the boundaries, as it says in the Septuagint, from the boundaries of the rivers of Ethiopia, I will receive my dispersed ones, and they shall offer sacrifices to me. And get that. Yes, the New King James says, from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, Kush, which is Kozi or Kuzi in Kikongo, my suppliants, even the daughter of my dispersed, shall bring mine offering. Offering, Minka, which is Menga in Kikongo. Amazing. Yeah, so beyond the rivers of Kush, which is, of course, Congo, Katiopa. Ingeta. Okay, now, when we go to this website, yes, Sepharia.org, it's a website for Jewish learnings, okay? It's a website for Jewish learning. When you type in the search bar Sambatyon, you will be amazed about the results and what they say. Okay? Look at this. Okay, if you're watching and you haven't given this video a thumbs up, do it right now. Make sure to hit the like button. Also, the link is there for anyone who wants to join into this conversation. Maybe you have something that you want to add, or you want to make a comment. Feel free to join. My only request is that you remain respectful. Okay, and you come in with knowledge and sense. All right, Matondo, thank you. So we are at this website, Sepharia.org, website for Jewish learning, and when you type in Sambatyon, look at the results. Look at the results. Okay, we're gonna pick some and read. Now, let's see here. Bamidbar. Moreover, the exiles shall come with them, also the tribes who are located beyond the river of Sambatyon. See? So according to Bamidbar, there are tribes located beyond the river of Sambatyon. Now, Sambatyon is what? What's the locality of the river? Congo. Okay? So it tells you there are tribes of Israel, ancient Israelites, in the locality. Because Sambatyon is the river Congo. And they shall be gathered. Okay, let's see. To those who are located beyond the Sambatyon, to those who are in darkness, show yourself. These are those who are located beyond the cloud of darkness from Ezekiel 34. The verb can also mean be exiled. According to Sanherib 10, exiles were divided into three parts: one beyond the Sambatyon River, one to Daphne at Antioch, and okay. Let's see. The 10 tribes were exiled beyond the Sambatyon River. See, Bereshit Rabbah. The 10 tribes were exiled beyond the Sambatyon River. Where's the Sambatyon River? Congo. Yes, we have made that very clear. It's Congo. It's the Congo River that merged, yeah, with the Nile. And then it goes up and emptied itself in the Mediterranean Sea. And in that same territory, between the Congo River and the Nile, we have what? Iuderum Terra, right here. Iuderum Terra. Latin for the land of Judah. Yaoundé. Yes, the land of Yaoundé. Right here, written in Latin. Now, the Congo people gave birth to the Latin language, the Greek, okay? And of course, Hebrew itself is the ancient Hebrew. The ancient Hebrew is, of course, Paleo Kikongo. John 19. Let's go to John 19. Hey, people, are you enjoying this lesson? Come on, let me know. We are finishing. I'm finishing up. But let me know, are you enjoying this lesson? Okay, make your present know in the chat. Share your thoughts in the chat. Share your thoughts in the chat. If you have questions, share them in the chat. Let me know what you think. Okay, come on, engage with me. Okay, look at this. Now, and Pilate wrote a title and put it on the cross. And the writing was, Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews, or Jesus the Nazarene. Okay? Not per se Nazareth, but Jesus the Nazarene, the King of the Jews. This title then read many of the Jews, for the place where Jesus was crucified was nigh to the city, and it was written in Hebrew, in Greek, and Latin. Hebrew, Greek, and Latin is all found in one language called Kikongo. Yes? Kikongo. The Kikongo language, yes, gave birth to the Latin, to the Greek, and it itself is Paleo Hebrew. Do you understand? Now, people will be like, no way. But there are scholars, linguistics, who have stated that they have learned speech and language from the Africans, the Ethiopians, and those people are the Bantu. It's Kikongo. It is Kikongo. Count Volney himself said that the Europeans, the Caucasians, yes, they got their language from the Negroes. Yeah, they learn speech and how and the writings from the Negroes. Those Negroes are Bantu. So Kikongo, Latin, Greek was one and the same. Now listen, I have spoken about this guy named Abbé Poyart, right? Abbé Poyart, in his writing, in his book called The Kingdom of Luango, he states that the Bantu language is Hebrew. Yes. It's a European missionary, okay, from the order of the Jesuits. He went to the Kingdom of Congo. He studied the people, he studied the language, and he concluded, no, these people are the Israelites. The language is Hebrew. The culture and tradition is of the Old Testament. These people, he states, are Hebrews. The language is Hebrew. And he did a comparison of words to show his readers what he's talking about. Yes. He did a comparison with Hebrew and the Kikongo, comparison with Latin and the Kikongo, comparison with Greek and the Kikongo. And he concluded that the Kikongo was the foundation. Okay. All right. Now let's go back to this over here. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Now, for I will bring them up from there and make them dwell from within the river Sambatyon. See, now talking about the diaspora returning, right? Samba, which deals with the concept, idea of movement, migrations, and dispersion. Now, I will bring them up from there, from the diaspora, from wherever they are, and make them dwell from within the river, right? Are you getting this language? And I will make them dwell from within this river. That is to say that they will dwell on the boundaries of the rivers of Kush, where they will be gathered together. So we will be gathered together where? On the boundaries of the rivers of Kush, of Ethiopia, the rivers of Samba, which is the territory of Congo. Ah, rejoice, O daughter of Zion. Cry aloud, O daughter of Jerusalem. Rejoice and delight thyself with all thine heart, O daughter of Salam. Because Nzambe Ampungutulendo loves you. Okay, now let's continue. Our sage described the river Sambatyon as carrying huge stone. Okay, now that's not that interesting. See, the results are many. Let's read this one. Those lost in the land of Assyria, since they were scattered in a distant land, within the river, within the Sambatyon River. See? Within the Sambatyon River. That's to say, around the boundaries of this river. He calls them. Now, lost does not mean disappeared, right? Does not mean Yeah, lost in the sense that no one knows where you are. That's not the interpretation. We will deal with that another time. Yeah. Now we have seen this, of course, in the letter of the 10:12, in the letter to the 10 lost tribes of Israel. We have seen this. We have read it. Yeah, that they dwell across the river of Sambatyon. What else? Now, that's interesting. In the Midrash Tankuma, it says, "It is these are the brothers who are beyond the Sambatyon River," dealing with the lost 10 tribes. Where are they? Beyond the Sambatyon River. So we can go on and on and on. See? So the notion of the 10 tribes being lost is BS. They have always known where we were. That's why they came after us. Yes? Muhammad came after us. The European Jesus came after us. Always persecuting us, following us, wherever we were. That's why we have this term samba samba, because we're always migrating, right? Moving away from our enemies, fighting wars, defending ourselves. We were never lost. They knew exactly where we were. They came after us, enslaving us, through Muhammad, through the Islam, enslaving us, through white Jesus, through Christianity, destroying us, burning our kingdoms, burning our sacred literatures, our books, our schools of mysteries and learnings, always destroying the Bantu civilization, always denying us our identity. We were never lost. They knew exactly where we were. All right. Ingeta. Hey people, matondo for watching Nzambi Abenisa. Beluka to all the Bana Kongo, Bana Zulu. So we talked about the mystery of the Sambatyon River in Congo. And I hope you have come to understand, you have gained the understanding, the revelation that the legendary river Samba Samba is actually the Congo River. Yes? It's not so legendary because it's the Congo River. Samba Samba is the boundaries of the Congo River. Locality Congo, Kingdom of Congo. Ingeta. And so, matondo for watching, matondo for being there, and may Tatanzamba bless you all. Don't forget to check out my Patreon page. I have also additional teachings on my Patreon page. You can, support me also over there. If you appreciate the teaching, the revelations, appreciate me taking time to come and teach. I know that I haven't done a lot of live broadcast because I was very busy, and a lot of things going on. I also work a full-time job, so I'm trying to manage, to manage time and to make use of it when I have some time to record a teaching or to write, to research, to read, to pray, etc., to meditate. So everything takes time. I'm also a family man, you see. So, but one day, one day, I hope to have more time to really sit and, to spend some more time online with you guys and to do more teachings. That will be something. To answer Silverman online his question, no, I have no idea what language is that. Gogocha? What language is that? Huh? Okay, that was it. Thank you, Matondo Beluka Bananzambi Bana Kongo. I'm Nabi Kefas. Subscribe, of course, like and share this video, and support me on Patreon or on PayPal. Yes? May Congo reign. See you next time. Ingeta.